If you're a business owner that puts over $100,000 a year at ad spend on credit cards, this video is for you. While you can certainly earn cash back through that spend, if you use the right travel rewards credit card, you can turn that spend into tens of thousands of dollars of value in travel. My name is RJ Weiss. I'm a certified financial planner and I run several online businesses. And travel rewards have really become a passion of mine. In the last 18 months, my family has traveled to Kauai, to Switzerland, to Italy, to St. Kitts, all in luxury, all on credit card points. I wanted to make this video because most blogs that talk about this stuff miss key strategies because I don't have affiliate relationships with credit cards. So I want to provide a very unbiased video for those business owners who put high ad spend on credit cards to get the most out of that. Let's start with a little credit card rewards 101. And you can skip past the video in the chapter links below if you already know this. So the basics of credit card points is you put money on a credit card on ad spend and that spend earns a reward. A credit card company gives back, say, cash, or they can give back points or miles. When they give back cash, the exchange is pretty simple. So say you may earn 2 cents per dollar you spend on a credit card with ad spend. In that case, you're earning about 2% cash back for every dollar you spend. However, points can be worth much more when used the right way. When you're earning points and miles, you can get far more value back when you use points this way through airline, hotel, and partner programs. So this is kind of a wild example, and it is my all-time highest per point redemption value. But I just booked a room staying in Augusta during the Masters that would have cost $1,500 per night. Instead, that room cost just 15,000 points per night. So that means for every point I earned, I was able to redeem it for up to 10 cents in value. So say I earned 3 times per points on ad spend, that's really like getting 30% back on your ad spend. And now this is a wild example, but just shows you what's possible. So more realistic scenarios, let's look at what happens with $100,000 of ad spend over the course of a year. With the 2% cash back card, you're getting 2% in cash back through your spend. It's pretty simple. But with that same $100,000 of spend, when used on a credit card rewards that's redeemed for travel, you can get, say, 400,000 points back. And now you could take these 400,000 points and use them a lot of different ways. So say you transfer them to an airline partner where you can potentially redeem them for first-class tickets to Europe or Asia. And as a rough guide, 100,000 points can get you one-way first-class ticket to Europe. So think with this $400,000 points from Amex, you can potentially get 2 round-trip rewards, business class, to and from Europe from the United States. So the value of that is far over $2,000. So to get back to basics, there are really 2 types of credit cards you need to be concerned about. There's transferable point cards. So these are cards from the major issuers, Amex, Capital One, Chase, and what they allow you to do is transfer points to partners in their program. So then there are co-branded cards. So a company like Chase may partner with Hyatt and have a co-branded card which earns you Hyatt points. These points can be transferred anywhere, but do earn you other rewards like suite upgrades or free nights at Hyatt. Now let's talk about how you earn points. A lot of people who don't put a lot of money on ad spend earn points through credit card sign-up bonuses. And you can certainly do welcome bonuses with ad spend. But one of the biggest advantages of having ad spend is a lot of credit card companies have it as a bonus category. So you may earn 4 points per dollar you spend or 3 points per dollar you spend, depending on the credit card you have. So if you want to play this game to like the ultimate level, what you want to do is earn the sign-up bonuses as quick as you can and then come back and put the ad spend on credit cards that pay bonus categories. So let's now start talking about certain credit cards that pay high rewards on ad spend, as well as what you can do with those rewards. So let's take a look at the Amex Business Gold Card. With this card, you're able to earn 4 points per dollar spent on ad spend. $100,000 of ad spend is going to give you 400,000 Amex membership reward points. So what you can do with these points is easily transfer them to a number of Amex's partners. So to give you an example, one of my favorite is Air France. Air France allows you to take business class trips to Europe for as little as $60,000 on a Savor reward ticket. In fact, this is something I just booked for my wife for her 40th birthday to go visit a friend in Paris. She went from Chicago to Paris on a business class flight that was direct. It cost 50,000 Amex points that I transferred to Air France KLM program, although that redemption is now 60,000 points. But that shows you the kind of value that can be had here. So one thing to mention here, there is a $150,000 cap on earning points. So you're only going to earn 4 times points on that first $150,000 to spend. So one thing here I want to mention is it does have a pretty high annual fee, which is at $375 a year. Some ways to get a little more value out of this card, you can pair it with the American Express Business Platinum card. So with the Business Platinum card, you get a 35% rebate when paying for flights and points on your preferred airline. So I do this a lot with, say, a spring break trip or winter break trip. I have a family of 5. 65, where there isn't a lot of award availability that you might find with airlines. I just may pay cash for a ticket or using my points through Amex, and then I get a 35% rebate through Amex. So say the 5 tickets cost 100,000 Amex points, that really after the 35% rebate costs me 65,000 Amex points. So it's like getting 1.5 cents per value, and it gives you a really good flexibility on your rewards. Another tip with this card is there's the American Express Platinum Schwab card. And what's unique about this card is with American Express, you're just earning points in one big pool. So what you can do is transfer those American Express points that you earn from your ad spend to a Schwab brokerage account at 1.1 cents per point. So say 400,000 points that you earn with $100,000 of ad spend is equal to $4,400. So it's really like earning 4.4% cash back on your points. The one thing I want to mention here is you can only cash out $10,000 a year using this strategy. Now, most reward points are not taxable income, so this is up to $10,000 you can really have that is tax-free. Next, let's talk about the Chase Inc. Business Preferred Card. So Chase has a whole set of Inc. business cards. The one we're going to talk about now is Business Preferred Card, but you might want to pair this cards with other cards in the Chase ecosystem to earn more Chase rewards. And really, if you're into luxury stays, this is one of the best cards because what Chase does is they have Hyatt as a transfer partner, and they're the only reward currency between Amex, Chase, Capital One that have Hyatt specifically as a transfer partner. That's important because transferring points you earn with Chase to Hyatt can get you some really good value. So for example, we just booked the Park Hyatt Cabo. We're going to go over winter break 2025. Rooms cost there over $2,000 a night. We ended up booking 2 rooms for 40,000 points per night. We transferred the Chase points to Hyatt and ended up staying there for 5 nights for a grand total of 400,000 points. But those 400,000 points really have a value close to $20,000 when you look at rooms that are $2,000 a night. So with the Chase Business Inc. card, what you're doing is earning 3 times points on all ad spend. And the welcome bonus usually sits around $100,000. What's also nice about Chase is you can earn points through Chase on a personal basis and then combine those points in a business account and then transfer those all to Hyatt. So one strategy a lot of people use is called the Chase Trifecta. And what's happening here is you're earning points on the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which earns you 1.5% unlimited. Then you have the Chase Freedom card, which has 5 times bonus categories. And then you also have your Chase Inc. card you're earning on the business purchases. That gets you 3 times on ad spend. So all in all, you're averaging a pretty high per point per dollar spend here. And you can do this with a number of Chase cards, but make sure that they earn Chase Ultimate Reward points. So the only card that doesn't earn Chase Ultimate Reward points in the business lineup is that Chase Inc. Premier card. That's just going to earn a straight cash back. And a lot of people do this, earning the sign-up bonuses on all the Chase Inc. cards, combining them into one account and then using them for high value, higher redemptions. The next card I want to talk about is the Wyndham Earner Business Rewards card. So Wyndham is not luxury. It's not something that a lot of people equate with luxury, and understandably so if you've ever stayed at their hotels, although they do have a couple nice ones with some good value. But the unique thing about this one is it pays 5 points per dollar on ad spend, and this is uncapped. And as I mentioned, Wyndham rewards aren't great in itself, but Wyndham does have a partnership with a vacation rental company called Vacasa. How Vacasa works is what you can do is book on a per bedroom basis for 15,000 points a night, but with the Wyndham Rewards Earner card, you actually get a 10% discount. So it's 13,500 points per bedroom per night, and that gets you a vacation rental up to $250. If you wanted to double that, it goes to 27,000 points per night per bedroom for a vacation rental up to $500. So stick with me here. So if you have a 3-bedroom vacation rental that say costs $1,400 per night, that would be 60,000 Wyndham Earner points per night. With the 10% discount, it's 51,000 points per night. So then you look at it this way: for every $100,000 of ad spend you spend on this card, you're getting roughly 10 nights in a vacation rental with a value up to $1,500 per night. So for $100,000 of ad spend, what you're doing is getting close to $15,000 in value back. And then the great thing here is this is uncapped. I've now stayed at 3 different Vacasa rentals. I've been impressed with them all. They've all been very clean. To give you an example, we stayed in Kauai on the north side. It was 14 nights paying with Wyndham Rewards cards, and the value on that was $20,000. So this is really great for families because if you think with that $100,000 of ad spend, you're getting a place for 10 nights that's up to $1,500 per night. You know, and you equate that with, say, a hotel card that gets 300,000 Chase points, you're getting maybe just 1 bedroom at a luxury resort for just 30,000 points per night. So this is a really great way I've used for my family and really recommend for families. The only problem with Wyndham is their credit limits tend to be a little lower than, say, Chase or Amex. So you might have a little trouble at first really ramping up your spend, but it is something to consider for sure. The last card I want to talk about is Chase's Hyatt co-branded card. So this card, what you're essentially able to do with ad spend is earn 1 point per dollar spent initially up front. And then since ad spend is a bonus category, every quarter you're paid 1 additional point per dollar spent. So it's really like earning 2 times Hyatt points per dollar spent. But like we said, with Chase, you're earning 3 times points per dollar spent in Chase, which can be transferred to Hyatt. So why might you consider the Hyatt card instead of the Chasing Preferred? So one of the benefits of the Hyatt card is for every $10,000 of spend, you earn 5 elite qualifying nights at Hyatt. And as we mentioned, Hyatt has one of the most valuable redemption charts, as well as having one of the best reward programs for their most loyal customers. And so it becomes around $80,000 to spend or 40 nights that you start earning significant upgrades on your Hyatt stay. So the one specifically that I want to mention here is a guest of honor certificate, which basically gives you globalist benefits on your stay, which include free breakfast and suite upgrades, potentially the best room in your class that you booked under, and you can start earning that at 40 elite qualifying nights, which just be $80,000. So if you're going with like a 2-card strategy here, what you can do is earn on the Chasing Business Preferred card your 3 times spend and earn enough to earn a nice stay, but also spend on the Hyatt card to really make your stay even better at a Hyatt. To reach Hyatt's top level globalist status, you need 60 elite qualifying nights. So if you're able to get there, which would be about $120,000 in ad spend over the course of the year, globalist status gives you free breakfast, free parking, which comes in handy when you stay in places like Park Hyatt New York, Park Hyatt Chicago, or any downtown area. And then you're also getting waived resort fees. So it's a really great benefit. There are a lot of significant benefits. So one of those benefits is once you reach then 70 elite qualifying nights, you have the option to pick 10,000 bonus points. So really you're earning 2 times on your ad spend and then another 10,000 on your 20,000 you just spent. So it's really like earning 2.5 Hyatt points back. And there are a number of different benefits that you get for surpassing 70, 80, 90 elite qualifying nights. So again, if you have really high spend, you can combine the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card with this credit card and earn a pretty significant amount of Hyatt points, which can have really good redemption values. So to summarize, a great first card is the Amex Business Gold card. It does earn 4 times Amex points. Some good redemptions there are, I like our Air France and also looking at Hilton, which has SLH properties that really can get you some outsized value for when you transfer Amex to Hilton. If you're into vacation rentals and luxury stays, you're looking at the Wyndham Earner card that earns 5 times points uncapped. And for say $100,000 of ad spend, you can look at a 10-night stay in a very luxury vacation rental. There's then the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. I'll talk about this with the Hyatt card. If you have a lot of ad spend, you can combine these strategies to earn a lot of points through Chase, transfer those points to Hyatt, and then get elite status through Hyatt, which gets you anything from suite upgrades to free breakfast and free parking. So this is something I've just put a lot of time into. I wanted to share to fellow business owners. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or want to talk about a potential trip. I love connecting with business owners and like-minded travelers.